Accumulation is often discussed in a positive way. Small improvements, daily progress, learning over time. But accumulation works in both directions. Helpful behaviors build positive results. Unhelpful behaviors quietly build problems. And the negative pattern is often harder to notice because the change happens slowly. Let's look at Imran. Imran works as a delivery coordinator in Hyderabad. His workday ends around 7:30 in the evening. When he returned home, he usually planned to sleep by 10:30. But over time, a small routine developed. After dinner, he began watching short videos on his phone. At first, it lasted 10 minutes, just a short break. Then the time slowly extended. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour. The change felt harmless, because each day looked similar to the previous one. But after several months, the pattern had shifted. Sleep time moved closer to midnight. Morning wake-up became more difficult. He often felt slightly tired during work hours. Nothing dramatic happened, but the small routine had accumulated into a noticeable effect. This is how many negative habits grow. They rarely begin as serious problems. They begin as small, comfortable behaviors, something that feels harmless today, because the immediate impact is minimal. The brain evaluates behavior mainly through short-term feedback. If the result today feels acceptable, the action repeats tomorrow. But long-term consequences do not appear immediately, so the behavior continues. Over time, the small pattern grows stronger. This happens with many daily routines. Late sleeping slowly reduces morning energy. Frequent snacking slowly changes diet patterns. Constant phone checking reduces focus. Each individual action seems small, but repetition builds momentum. Imran did not intentionally decide to sleep late. The behavior expanded gradually, because nothing interrupted the pattern early. Once he noticed the shift, he made a simple adjustment. Phone use ended at a fixed time. The device stayed on the table away from the bed. The evening routine returned to its earlier pattern. The important lesson is awareness. Accumulation does not only build progress, it also builds drift. Small repeated actions move life in one direction or another, often without clear signals at the beginning. This week, observe one routine that repeats frequently in your day, especially during evenings. Ask a simple question. If this behavior continues for 1 year, what direction will it create? You do not need dramatic corrections, just small awareness. Because the earlier you notice negative accumulation, the easier it is to adjust. Before the pattern becomes strong, accumulation shapes both success and problems. The difference often begins with small daily choices. Next, we examine how replacing a negative routine is often easier than trying to eliminate it completely, and why behavior systems prefer substitution rather than removal. Removing behavior creates empty space. Substitution fills that space with something stable.